In the shadows of the Lebanese border, Israeli troops are preparing for a two-front war they hope they won't have to fight. Moving Merkava battle tanks, armored personnel carriers, and scores of soldiers to makeshift encampments barely 2 miles from Lebanon. The fear that Israel could soon find itself at war simultaneously in the south, in Gaza, and in the north. 24-year-old Harrison Schwartz from Pennsylvania is in Israel's reserves. He flew back after the Hamas attack, now defending Israel's northern border.
I get to base, I ran here with a carry-on bag with jeans, the shirt on my back, my uniform and socks and underwear. That's all I came here with. I'm proud. I'm really happy to be here. But unfortunately, it's not for the best of reasons.
While Israel and Hamas battle near Gaza, the country's north has also been under daily attack. The militant group Hezbollah launching missiles, mortars, and arms drones from southern Lebanon, and Israel striking back with artillery shells and fighter jets. On the other side of this checkpoint is Lebanon, and this entire area is now a closed border zone extending about 2.5 miles into Israel. The Israeli military says it is urging the public to stay away from this area for their own safety and is restricting GPS in what the military calls active combat zones. Backed by Iran, Hezbollah is a far mightier force than Hamas, with thousands of advanced missiles that could strike anywhere in Israel. So far, the fighting has stopped short of full-on war, mostly low-level tit-for-tat strikes. But Hezbollah is threatening to go all in, especially if Israel proceeds with a ground incursion into Gaza. That's the scenario the U.S. is scrambling to prevent. President Biden heading to Israel tomorrow to try to contain the crisis, and Secretary of State Antony Blinken crisscrossing the Middle East looking for diplomatic help.
There's a determination in every country I went to make sure that this conflict doesn't spread. President Biden's been very clear about this.
But there are worrying signs that the conflict could spiral. Iran's foreign minister threatening Israel on state TV with consequences for a ground war in Gaza, even saying preemptive action may be taken. Along the Lebanese border, dozens of Israeli towns have been evacuated, while in others, many Israelis are leaving voluntarily. Israel's northernmost town of Kiryat Shmona is normally bustling, now a ghost town. There's no one in the streets. Many of them have gone south to safety. But many Israelis who make their home near Lebanon lived through the last war with Hezbollah in 2006 and say they're not going anywhere. Why are you staying?
I'm staying because my daughter lives with me now. She have a baby. All over of Israel there is a bombs, not just here. In Tel Aviv, in Petah Tikva, in everywhere. So this is our home. We want to stay here. We are not afraid.
We are not afraid. We are strong. And we know what to do.
So Josh Lederman joins us now live here in Tel Aviv. Josh, obviously the big news, that attack in Gaza of that hospital, up to 800 possibly dead. How does that affect sort of Hezbollah's calculation in this war?
Well, Tom, this could significantly escalate the fighting between Hezbollah and Israel. Tonight, Hezbollah is calling for an unprecedented day of rage tomorrow against both Israel and President Biden's visit. So that means a couple things. Northern Israel, they're going to be on an even higher level of alert, and the White House will also be watching for signs of potential missile strikes that could affect President Biden's visit. The Iranian foreign minister tonight is tweeting about Israel in English. Time is over, and we're seeing protests erupt in Beirut, including outside the U.S. Embassy. All of this means that the chances of an Israel-Hezbollah war are now far higher now than they were just a few hours ago, Tom.
All right, Josh Lederman, part of our reporting team here. Josh, you've been doing an amazing job, so thank you for that.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.